You were talking about having PTSD.
Yeah.
Would you like to share why?
About 6 years ago, I was burned alive.
Really?
So a can full of lighter fluid and butter exploded and set me and my ex-wife aflame.
God damn, bro.
I would say culture prince.
Prince?
Prince, not the king.
Okay.
Not the culture king, the culture prince.
Because
Michael McHenry's the culture king. You know,
he's an entrepreneur, culture prince, and a badass. My guest, Dusky.
What
up?
I love it. That was a good one.
Hell yeah, bro. How you been, bro?
Man, good. It's been a good year.
It's almost done, bro.
Yeah,
it's almost done.
We're already out. We need to be start setting New Year's resolutions already.
Do you feel like, especially with all the success you've gotten, you don't start at the beginning of the year? You start like 5 months before it even starts.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're always on the go, right?
Yeah, a lot of the times, all of the deals, everything that kind of comes across my table is something that I've already done like 3 months ago, but people think it's happening right now. A lot of people are like, man, Dusky, he has everything going on for him right now. And I'm like, I don't know if you know this, but this deal closed 3 months ago, and just now I'm letting you in on it.
So you're ahead of the game.
I try to be.
Yeah.
I try to be. I think in my industry especially, you have to be ahead of the trend.
Yeah.
In any way. You know, that's kind of how I made my first lump sum of money, is just trying to take advantage of a trend or what people want or do.
Yeah.
And then really just kind of watching the market and the ability to, when things kind of go down, that's the ability for me to come in and buy as much as I want, you know?
Yeah, so you know the up and downs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like learning how to ride the wave is the best skill you could have.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you get it right on time, I don't know, you know Vivek, the new president nominee? He created one of the biggest companies. He's a competition to BlackRock.
Oh, okay.
So it's pretty big. And they asked him, like, what advice could you give me? And he said to look at the people who already did it and see what they didn't get. And then you do that better. And it usually, you learn how to ride the wave.
100%.
You know?
Yeah.
So how was Dusky as a kid?
How was I as a kid?
Yeah.
I was loud.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I always got A's and B's in class.
Did you have strict parents?
No, not at all. My parents were one of the best examples is my dad says, hey, you know how you feel in the morning, so you can decide when you go to bed.
Ooh.
You know? Because like when you feel, if you do it enough, you'll wake up feeling like crap so much that eventually you're just gonna be like, I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
You know, that's hard for a parent because like you will have those first couple of nights where the kid's like, I'm not going to freaking sleep. You know, my parents would basically be like, hey, they kind of like narrowed it down, like, you can stay up as long as you want, but you can't bug us. Like once it's past a certain time, like 10 o'clock or so, we got to have our time to chill. If you need something, come in, ask us. We're always here. But it's time for you to respect that this house has a family in it rather than just you doing whatever you want. But I could stay up, watch TV, play video games Monday through Friday if I wanted to, but I'd wake up to my dad every morning throwing a pillow at me saying, hey, it's time to get up.
Damn. They installed a good balance between discipline and freedom.
Yes.
You know?
With my personality type, discipline can get very hard.
Okay.
But my parents taught me to gauge in all things. Like I can gauge people very well. I can gauge the way I feel very well. I can gauge my life. I'm okay with letting certain parts of my life get out of gauge. My physical health is something that I'm getting back on because I let it go for so long.
That's dope.
Because I feel like something that happens with people that start making money or something's clicking and stuff, they let something go. And it's either like their family, their health. I don't know why that is, but I let my physical health kind of go and I started gaining weight a little bit more. Not anything rapid or anything, but I just started to notice.
Yeah.
A little more tired at night, a little bit more tired in the morning, like just little things. And I'm like, oh, I'm gauging myself. I got to make sure.
Well, the hardest thing about gaining weight is that it's such a slow process.
Oh, yeah.
You just like wake up one day, you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah, too many, like, you have 1 or 2 Dairy Queen hamburgers. You're okay.
Yeah.
But like
one day
200 down the road, you're like, oh man, where did it all go wrong?
No, yeah, that's true, bro. It's I always say it's a trade.
Yeah.
You know, I stay up late sometimes on the show and I don't go to sleep with my girl.
Mm-hmm.
And I always tell her that I'm just trading those nights that I don't sleep with her for those Malibu nights.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Those nights that we're in Europe.
Yeah.
And we get to stay up late and sleep together. I'm just doing that. I'm just making a trade.
Yeah.
Everything in life is a trade.
I agree with that.
There's a math game. I don't know why people, they're always looking and searching for the easy thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, no.
And there's going to be people that are way smarter than you that are going to take advantage of those thoughts.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's how I made a lump sum of my cash is I traded NFTs. That's how I supercharged like everything that I'm doing. Like I won't tell you exact numbers because that's just, I don't need anybody coming after me, you know, but like I made enough money to take care of me for a long time through taking advantage of people that wanted to make more money. You know, I was doing all these tradings and I was like, you know what? I want to make my own NFT project, but I want it to be different than like just people trying to flip money, right? And just do all these things. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a community and I'm just going to sell them for dirt cheap and I'm just going to have people be a part of that, right? Yeah, it made me some money. It was great. But the biggest thing was, man, every trend, everything, I was there. I was spending money on it. Yeah. Sometimes I was spending 6 figures on NFTs that I would make plus plenty. Yeah. That's what happens when you feel that you can make money fast in an industry. There will be somebody else that will take advantage of your stupidity. Yeah. And they will make money from you. That's why the rich become richer and the poor become poor. Well, bro, the NFTs and crypto was the gold rush, right? Yeah. If you look back in time, in the gold rush, the people who went to San Francisco weren't the people who made the most money. It was the people who made the shovels. Yep. It was the people who made the industry. Mm-hmm. History always repeats itself. And right now, the people who made the most money was those crypto communities. That's the people who made the most money. There's guys right now that all they do to make millions. Yeah. I've met one of these guys and we've gone through how he does it and everything. And all he does is take one cryptocurrency, puts it in another cryptocurrency, loans against it. He just keeps doing that, like in a rotating thing. It doesn't matter that one day this cryptocurrency is going to fail because he already made his millions. God. Everybody else in there will lose. He will just win. You have to realize that the only way to win is if it's a win-win. Yeah, 100%. All of my companies are built off of, no, I don't make commission off front. I make money when you make money. That's the only way. It's because fair. Then I'm not taking advantage of you based off of fake promises of, I got to pay my guys, you know? Yeah. All my commission I pay for any salesman that works with me, I pay out of pocket of my profit I've already made. Oh, damn. It doesn't come from, oh, hey, Joe Schmo came in for $30,000, right? My commission's what, 10%? I don't take $3,000 from Joe Schmo. I take $3,000 from my bank account and I spend it here because I know that I will make more money with the full $30,000 than I will anywhere else. Where did that entrepreneurial mindset come? I've always been an entrepreneur. Since a kid? Since I was a kid, my dad was an entrepreneur. Oh, what do you do? Not full time. Oh, okay. He sold sand from all around the world in these little vials. And like, it's called Little Piece of Earth. There's a plug for you. That's so smart, bro. My dad still does it to this day on like Etsy. My dad doesn't know this, but if my dad tried hard. Yeah. Dude, my dad could be a multi-millionaire with this business because he kills it. He has companies that still to this day, they're like, hey, we're going to do this retreat in Dubai. Yeah. Right? And we want to send something to everybody afterwards. So they'll go to Dubai. Somebody will freaking go get a jar of sand from Dubai, send it to my dad. Out of that jar, my dad uses like this much. It costs him nothing to make it, really. And then he sends out all these little trinkets that has like a little charm on it. Genius. So smart. And then guess what? My dad now has a full jar of sand from Dubai that he can always sell on it online. That's so crazy. It's genius, but because I believe in my dad, I think he doesn't try hard enough. I think my dad should have been the first millionaire in my family. Wow. I think he lets anxiety and safety hold him back when I think he could have been in Cabela's right now, Walmart. He could be in everywhere across the world. And all he freaking does is go and get sand and have people put it in a thing. Like, that's it. It's so cool. I have a bunch. My dad, my whole life, would get sand wherever we went. I have sand from freaking when I was like 3 years old from fucking Disneyland. I've been to Disneyland a million times. I got sand still.
Do you collect them?
Dude, I don't collect all the ones my dad has, but I have like a bunch. Like, I took a bunch of people for an experience down in Bryan Head.
Yeah.
And my dad made like a bunch of stuff for all of them. I still have it today.
That's dope.
Like, it's just cool.
It's funny because for some reason we always judge our dad for how he didn't do things, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm scared. Like, when I have a kid and I know you have kids, I'm like, are my kids going to?
Yeah. Oh, 100%. They're going to be like, man,
fuck.
I know that Penelope is going to be like, Dusky was a dumbass. He should have done it this way. He would have made so much more money and helped so many more people. But in reality,
it's in their world. So it's like, I don't know. I can't communicate with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, we've always hustled. I sold freaking candy bars out of my window at my house to like local kids. Like, instead of doing a lemonade stand, we'd go to Costco and buy all these bulk things. And then we'd figure out it costs us $8 for the box. If I sell all these for 75 cents,
that's smart.
Then I will make 3 times so I could buy 2 more boxes and pay dad back.
Damn.
Right? Dude, I freaking bred angelfish.
Oh, wow.
For a long time. And I sold those fish to Animal Ark. Mowed lawns. Dude, my whole life, summer was hustle.
Yeah.
I find enjoyment through businesses. That's where I find, dude, you will never find anybody, maybe than Andy Frisella, that gets more psyched about business than me. Like, my fun is businesses. That's it. I don't know what else to do.
It's that hustle, bro.
I don't know what to do with my hands. Like, you know?
Yeah. That's crazy, bro. So how was high school for you?
Awesome, dude.
Yeah. Were you a partier?
I'll say this: best years of my life until I met my wife right now.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Because, dude, I loved high school. I love dancing. Dancing's like my thing.
What type of dancing?
Break dancing. Nothing like on the floor. I'm a big guy. I can't survive on the floor anymore. But like, I will dance. I will sweat my ass off.
Okay.
High school is just like, everyone talks about the glory days.
It
It wasn't the glory days for me because my life is so much better.
Yeah.
High school is lit. Every day I would play Yeah by Usher in the hallways. every single time in between classes, the same song. I had a speaker on my backpack. I had freaking yellow skinny jeans.
Damn.
Green Osiris's on. I'm wearing Osiris's today.
Ooh.
Right? They don't even, like, people. My brother actually bought these for me for my birthday.
Okay.
Because my last pair was when I was 16 years old.
Oh, shit.
He bought me the green ones, but back in the day. So he bought these for my birthday, just like, 10 years ago. This is my second pair only.
Damn.
I was always the kid that knew everybody, and everybody knew that I was a kid that knew everybody.
That's such a good skill to have.
Yeah. And that's the skill I kind of carry into life,
When I speak to young people, it's always be friends with everybody.
Yep.
Try to understand them and become close to them.
Yeah.
Because one of those kids, even the dumbest one, might be the richest guy in 20 years. You know what I mean?
It might not be the dumb kid will be the millionaire. It might be the guy that watched you treat that person with respect. Be like, that's somebody I'd want to be in business with.
Yeah.
That's somebody I want to get to know. The number one thing that people always say is, I always hear good things about you. And that's not because they're invested with me. It's just because every single time I come in contact with somebody, I can only name 2 people in my life that I'm like, I could go without seeing them ever again.
Yeah.
But that's because it took them so long to get there, of me showing up for them and them just pissing on me. You
were talking about having PTSD.
Yeah.
Would you like to share why?
About 6 years ago, I was burned alive.
Really?
So a can full of lighter fluid and butter exploded and set me and my ex-wife aflame.
God damn, bro.
And I'll send you a photo and everything. Nobody ever believes me because the U of U saved not only my life and my right arm, but like they saved my looks. Like I look better.
Yeah.
I don't know. I look the same, but like my ex-wife doesn't remember it at all.
Really?
She only remembers getting to the hospital.
Bro.
Everything was ingrained in my mind.
Wow.
I relive those situations and it damages, well, it doesn't damage, it gives me a new perspective on mental health.
Yeah.
With how I try to cope.
Yeah.
About 2 years ago, I just decided that I didn't want to take medicine. I didn't want to take pills for it because I believe that there's a way for us mentally to handle our shit. And I'm not a soldier that served in Afghanistan and saw people die.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that if you're on PTSD, freaking don't be on meds. I have a personal thing that I'm going through, and through therapy, hard therapy, and talking with my loved one, and finding things that keep me safe and making sure that I prevent doing things that trigger me, I believe that I could just handle it on my own.
Yeah.
And that's something I have been doing. That's something that with every year that's gone past me getting off meds, my mental ability to handle it is better.
Precisely how long did it take to recover?
Precisely?
Yeah.
I can give you a roundabout.
Okay.
So I was about 2 months in the hospital.
Damn, that's a long time.
And then about 2 years after that of wearing burn sleeves and like gloves. I've always worn hats, but like that's why I'm probably like addicted to hats because like I had to wear a hat all the time.
Wow.
Every single time I went outside, I had to have a hat on.
I wouldn't want to trigger anything.
Oh, no, you're not going to. Don't worry about that.
Getting burned alive or drowning is one of my scariest things that could ever happen to me. And that's anybody, right?
Yeah. They always say the top 3 is being burned alive, drowning, or being buried alive.
Oh, bro. And the fact that you went through that and you're still out here, showing love, having a good attitude.
Yeah.
That's not easy to do, bro.
I think the reason why I can show so much love to individuals of any kinds of thoughts, religion, whatever you want to be, if you want to be a fucking unicorn, like the reason I can show you love, even though I disagree with you, is because of those things I've gone through. Like, I know that there's trauma. I know that you're going through things. Yeah. So I'll be there to help you and support you. I don't have to agree with you.
True.
Like that's what makes a great economy.
Yeah.
Great economy is from 10 different people that say you're fucking wrong, but also understanding like when we go home, like we could still be friends.
Yeah.
Like I'll get in a debate with anybody. I'll talk to anybody about what I feel is right and wrong, but what I feel is right and wrong is different than you're a human. I'm a human.
Yeah.
You feel things that I feel. So if I felt at my deepest, darkest, loneliest moments, if I felt that you were feeling that, what would I have wanted? Doesn't matter if I don't care. It doesn't matter if whatever. I would be there for you as much as I could be. And if there's anything with me, man, there's things that I'm uncomfortable with and I'll physically show that, but that I tried to overcome to make sure that I can be there and support. Even
with me, like it doesn't matter if you want to be a fairy.
Yeah.
And I don't care. I will do whatever you want. What matters to me if you're trying to demand for me to love you or support you, accept you, I get it, but I don't need to go out my way to make the world better for you.
The way that I look at it is if you walk outside and you ask somebody for $1,000, random person, $1,000, and they say no, and then you follow them and say, you have to give me $1,000, right? Then like it's the same. The difference is you're not $1,000 richer.
Yeah.
And you won't be because they're not going to give it to you.
And acceptance is value too. When somebody accepts you, it costs a lot. You need to work for that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. And like I think people misinterpret acceptance for communism. I will accept you, but if part of me accepting you means I have to change my values, that's where it's not going to happen. But I can have values. You can have values. Guess what? I am not LDS and I do not practice being LDS. I went on a mission.
Yeah.
When the missionaries come to my door, do you think I can say, do you know that this part in John says blah, 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 you pieces of shit? No, I say, oh, elders, I know that you're away from your family, even though it's in Utah, the easiest mission ever. But like, I know that you're away from your family. Let me go get you some food. I'll feed you. What can I do to help you? Well, we just love to share a message with you. Great. Let's share the message with me.
Yeah.
I didn't give up any of my values. All I did was say, man, these 18-year-old boys are out here. They're freaking grinding, right? I would want the same thing for me. It doesn't matter if you're Jehovah's Witness. Doesn't matter if you're LDS. Doesn't matter if you're Muslim. If, let's say, they came to my door and were knocking on it and saying, you have to do this.
Then that's when there's a problem.
Hell no, I'll come out with my gun and I'll show you what I have to do.
Yeah. Because now they're intruding on your space.
Yeah.
It's funny because talking about that, about accepting people, I read this this quote that said, with the trans thing going on,
Yeah.
how do you want me to accept you if you can't accept yourself? And I was like, because that's one thing I support a lot is when people just love themselves for who they are. They don't want to take things to be something else. They don't want to become anything else. They just love themselves for who they are.
Yeah.
And then they deal with those emotions, with those things that your brain is fucked with. That's what I love and I accept and I support.
Yeah, that's hard. I mean, I don't necessarily, you're not going to, that's a hard thing to talk about, big dog.
Yeah.
Because like, I don't support the decision.
Yeah.
But I have to love you.
100%. Yes, I get it.
Like for
it's in
me,
the Bible too.
Yeah, for me, like I've decided that I will love you, but I agree with you. Like if I felt, and maybe we're totally fucking wrong, but if I felt like I should be something that I physically am not, like I feel like I should be a bear.
Yeah.
Right. I could get hair all over my body.
Yeah.
And I could get like long, right? But it's probably better to understand like, hey, I want to be a bear, but I also am not. So how could I make the most of what I got? And how can I be happy and fulfilled? That's hard because you're like, well, if I can't be a bear, how can I be fulfilled? Well, how about you just find a career that you love? Maybe I eat raw meat on TikTok.
Yeah, that's true.
And I make money off of TikTok eating raw meat and I growl when I eat it. Fuck, I don't know.
The way I see it, bro, is when you weren't a millionaire, how bad did you want to be a billionaire?
Oh, thought about it every day.
Exactly. But what did you have to do for that? You have to
work
change.
Fucking hard.
Exactly. And become that, right?
Yeah.
But nothing changed. You're still the same.
Yeah.
But if you're taking things and if you are changing yourself for that, then you're not really that person.
Yeah. My belief is God made you to help someone else, not for you.
Yeah. True.
That's hard because we're selfish.
Yeah.
If you know me, I want everything to be about me. I love being on stage. I love being in front of people. I don't have a huge ego. I could drive a Lambo. I don't. I just don't want the attention. So like to an extent, I guess. But God didn't make you for you. God made you to help others. And so you will only find, and I don't go to church or anything, but I believe heavily in a higher being.
Yeah.
You will not be more fulfilled than when you're in the service of others, because when you're in the service of others, you're only in the service of God. The reason you fucking make Big Macs is so when I show up, I get happiness. You help me.
Yeah.
You help me get fat too, but that's my fault, not yours.
Yeah.
Freaking buff as shit guys go eat Big Macs all the time and they're fine because they understand that's their problem. Yeah. But the thing is God didn't make me to just focus on me my whole life.
Yeah.
God made me to focus on everybody else. Yeah. And so what I do is I focus on everyone else and I make me better and I upgrade me. So if I decide I want to be a bear, how is that going to upgrade me to help others?
Yeah. What about being a dad, bro?
Dude.
How is being a dad? Because I want to become a dad someday for sure.
Only if you're lucky, bro.
Yeah.
Like, dude, being a...
You're a girl's dad too. Bro,
I'm a spoiled man.
Oh, you're so lucky, dude.
Dude, I love my daughter.
Well, you know what's the coolest thing about having girls?
Yeah.
That they'll never leave you.
Yeah.
Men usually tend to leave you, but the girls, I want to have like an army of little girls, dude. Just like because they grew up, and guess who comes to the family functions all the time? The girls. Yeah. So we're gonna have an army. You know,
dude, there are not words for what kind of love you can feel if you have a kid. Here's the thing: I never wanted children, never ever. I was almost like anti-kids.
Yeah.
Right. Didn't want to hold babies. Didn't want to nothing. I meet my second wife and she's like, hey, I have a 2-year-old. She's going to be 3. And you can come to her birthday party. And I'm like, okay, cool. And like the first time I saw her, I'm like, we're meant to be a family.
Yeah.
And my daughter, it's so funny because after the years that we've spent together, she starts to emulate things that I'll do or say.
Oh,
and I'm like, you can't use that against me. Stop being smarter than me. Yeah. But like, dude, one of my favorite things in the world, my daughter just kind of started randomly doing this unprompted, which is like even 10 times better. Whenever my daughter gets home from school, she will turn on a show, and then I'll be just sitting down or I'll be doing something. She'll be like, come sit with me.
Yeah.
And we'll sit and snuggle for like 30 minutes to an hour. Like we're sitting there and she's just like,
chilling.
I just want to be here with you. If I'm on my phone, she'll like put my phone down.
Wow.
And stuff. She just wants to be there. Like she makes it as a moment that we can be just her and I.
That's so cool.
And, mom's over there like, where the frick is my shit? And I'm over here like,
sorry.
But like, dude, kids, bro,
Yeah.
like, damn, kids are so like, I can't start, but like, be like, they're fucking amazing. Like I'm the only one in my family that has a kid.
Yeah.
And I have a stepdaughter, right?
Oh, that's cool.
And we're gonna try for another one this next year together.
Ooh.
I want a boy, but I hear that boys are rambunctious. But anyway, I want a boy. Dude, anybody that's listening here, if you want real fulfillment in your life, if you want something real, don't get a fucking dog, get a kid.
Yeah.
If you want to grow up and be successful, provide for a family. Because when you die, it doesn't really matter what's in your bank account. Your kid will be okay. They'll do it on their damn self.
Yeah.
But your kid will be there. If you want your name to live on, do it through your kid. I don't really believe in generational wealth all that much of like, I need millions of dollars for my great-great-grandkids to have all this money. But I do believe in Penelope being like, my dad was the best man ever, and he helped a lot of people. He made a lot of money, and he was always there for me.
Ah, that's fucking
And always
dope.
there doesn't mean I was at every freaking baseball game.
But when she needed
But
you.
when she needed me, she'll remember it, and
Yes.
she'll know that I'm there for her.
Bro, and that's what I see a lot of parents make mistakes that they're there, but you're not really there.
Yeah.
You're watching a TV show.
My kid will remind me of that sometimes. She'll be like, you're on your phone.
Ooh.
I'm like,
fine.
I don't know what to do. Be like,
Yeah.
sorry? 6-year-old?
She's the boss, bro.
Yeah.
She's the boss. Where do you think a young entrepreneur's mindset is at nowadays?
I think they're a little messed up.
Really?
I think they need a little bit more growing up. I think that happens with time.
Yeah.
I think things are a little too easy
Yeah. Sure.
for young entrepreneurs to see quick success. If you want to start a business, it's so easy. Like, let's just get, it's $70 on InkFile to start a business. Then
Yeah.
it's free to go get a bank account. Well, now you have a business. You're going to deal with taxes. You're going to deal with all this stuff. And then you're going to go and you're going to make your first sale, which is probably going to be a family member, because all your life and your parents' life have been taught by MLMs that say start with your friends and family,
Yeah.
because your friends and family will support you and you'll get quick money fast. You'll see quick success. Well, that's not real sales. That's not really how you grow a business. You got to go to a stranger, and then that's when they take it on.
Yeah.
Somebody will say, well, when you make your first sale, after that, it's a breeze. When you make your first sale with a stranger, then it's a breeze.
Yeah.
Too many people, especially in Utah, were so supportive of entrepreneurs in Utah, which I'm grateful for.
Yeah.
We're very business-minded in Utah. We're very gung-ho about that. But also, Bridger Pennington, he's an amazing entrepreneur, makes way more money than I do.
Yeah.
I will always make more money than I do. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
His dad, a billionaire.
Damn.
I'm just assuming, right?
Yeah.
The second largest like real estate fund in the nation or something like that.
Damn.
When Bridger started his fund, he went to his dad to be the first client, and his dad said no, because his dad's like, I'm not going to give you that kind of a success right now.
I love that, bro.
But too many parents now, because we're taught in parenting to be all like, oh, we'll support our kid when they start, will be the first customer, because that's a good thing to do as a parent. Actually, I think you're hurting your kid.
Yeah, 100%.
So I think it has to do with that and growth. That's why people aren't really successful until their 30s, because they have to realize that things aren't handed to them.
Yeah.
But like Ben, I'll talk about Ben real quick. He started 20U, and his family could not support him, which is a great thing, I think. So he has to go through the bullshit.
It's a gift, bro, in a way.
Yeah. And like he has, me and other guys that are like, hey, we'll help you in any way we can. But at the same time, I need you to grow.
Yes.
I need you to do it, because guess what? When you make more money than me, dude, I'm gonna be like, I remember when he didn't make shiz, and I want him to. That's the biggest thing about Utah entrepreneurship is everybody wants to bring you up, but not as high as them.
Yeah.
My goal is all I want to do is make people richer than I am.
Mm.
Heck, if I make you richer than me, guess what? You're always going to still hang out with me.
100%.
Like you're still going to be with me, and you're going to then help me get opportunities to bring me to you or get you me. I think that it should be a boom, 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 rather than like a whoop. And then you got to go find a new mentor.
Yeah. I think back then a young entrepreneur would start and it will be the hardest thing to do because there was no connections. There was no shortcuts. You just had to fucking plow through, right?
Yep.
But because of that, usually if you just started, you would become very successful. Back then. Nowadays, the entry level is very easy. So people get in, but the problem is they can't keep going.
Yeah. You can't deal with the hard times.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's why, bro, even with this show, I remember I always tell people I look up to Joe Rogan because that's 2,000 episodes.
Yep.
I'm not thinking about, I'm going to make it tomorrow. I don't care. This is a process, and I can't wait to see what happens in my episode 700.
Yeah.
I don't know. And that's the fun thing about it.
Yeah, I love that.
And going through all of this, bro, getting your first, like, better camera. Like, when I started this, I was like, I'm going to put my phone, no lights or anything, and boom, there we go. And every episode was like, oh, I can buy new mics. Bro, the first one was like broken. You know what I mean? And then it was just like, you get the other thing, but nobody's helping you.
Yep.
And you're like, this is a game. Every single time when it gets hard, it's just a checkpoint. Something switches and it's like, oh, I got to pressure myself more.
Yep.
You become bigger and bigger and bigger guests. More people want to be on it. And it's such a fucking beautiful, because
oh, heck yeah.
I'm an ex-professional soccer player, so I know the fucking journey.
Yeah.
I know exactly how it was from being a nobody in Provo, Utah, and being like, how the hell am I going to be playing Europe?
Yeah.
You don't know. You don't have connections. You don't know. Back then, I didn't get it. I didn't understand. I was just doing. I was going 1,000 miles per hour. I didn't get it. Mm-hmm. But now, it's beautiful to see it from a bird's eye view. When I do something, I'm like, oh, I'm doing that. You know what I'm saying? And like now, it's a beautiful thing that I know that I'm like looking at my life as a movie.
Yeah.
And everything that I do is because I'm already thinking that I should be doing that.
Yeah.
But that's something lucky that I have, just like you have. Like if you start a new business, it's exciting because you're gonna rewatch a movie that you already watched.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Everything I build is built just that same way. And once you build, like for you, building that personal brand, that's what fuels business.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, and so you've gone through that. You've gone through your struggles. Same with me. Like we've gone through X, Y, and Z. We've built upon all these steps, right? Yeah. So now when you start a business, it's built upon a foundation, right?
Yes.
Entrepreneurs now don't build a great foundation. So they might do it for 5 to 10 years. You might build a clothing brand, and I just use clothing brand because I was thinking about 20U. I'm not talking about 20U, but you might build a clothing brand, and then 10 years down the road, it fails because of the foundation that you built 10 years ago. So I just think that it's so easy to start. It is not easy to finish.
Oh, no, not at all. And that's why I tell people when you start something, don't look at the destination.
Yeah.
Know that it's there, but look at the next step.
Yep.
And that could be with anything. Just like this, getting a big deal for the show is not my priority.
Yeah.
The next episode is my priority.
Yeah, I love it.
And I have to give everything. I have to make sure I've got everything ready. So this one is the best one I have yet.
I love that.
And if I don't, damn, I learned something. Okay, the next one.
Yeah.
And then the next one. And it's this beautiful, bro. You know Messi?
Mm-hmm.
Messi is a guy who got everything in life. He won the World Cup, but he's still trying to win the next game.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why I didn't have, when I was a young professional soccer player, I thought I made it.
Yeah.
I got there.
I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
And then it's like, no one gives a fuck that you're here. Now, all the other people are trying to compete to take your job away.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, oh, it gets harder?
Yeah.
Entry is the easy thing.
Yep.
That's why I always tell people the next step is the important thing.
Yeah. Many people can buy a ticket to the zoo. Not many people can break into the lion's den.
Ooh, that's facts.
So, I mean, like there's a lot of things that you got to learn when you become an entrepreneur. And a lot of it has to deal with surround yourself with the best people. and be a fucking good person. Because if you're not a good person, you'll drown so fast.
Yeah, bro.
And I'll make sure you drown.
Especially, and that's the success people have that mentality that if you're not good to those people, oh my God, it's crazy. But even especially on social media, bro, one thing I always tell people, I think the biggest mistake they're doing nowadays is buying followers and buying likes and everything. And I'm like, bro, if you knew how beautiful it is when it takes a year to gain 500 subscribers on YouTube. A year. I've posting every single day, posting every single week, and sharing it as much as I could. But the crazy thing was that after the year, it has taken me 3 months to get 500 more.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Even on Instagram, it took me a whole year to get 1,000 fucking followers. And the past 3 months, I've gained those 1,000 more.
Yeah.
Because that foundation that we were talking about.
And it's a momentum thing.
Yes.
Like there's a lot of momentum that you're receiving from there because, you know, you built.
Building.
I imagine it like you built like this big boulder and then now you just pushed it, right? That boulder, it can still do damage if it was this big. But what if I build it this big?
Yeah,
you know, my cement boulder is fucking huge.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm going to make a lot of damage going down that freaking hill, and a lot of people are going to see that and want to join in.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But if I just did like a rock or a pebble, right? No one gives a shit about that.
No one gives a fuck.
You know, like that momentum that you're building, or even like a snowball, right? You have the small one, you push it down, it's building up.
Yeah.
Like the more and more you go, the more impact that is going to make. And I think people need to understand that the farther you go and the more impact you gain, the more influence will become a byproduct.
Yes.
Because becoming an influencer or having influence comes from being someone who brings impact.
Yes.
I wish that instead of influencers, we had like impactors or something like that.
Yeah.
Like if you bring impact, influence is a byproduct of impact.
Yeah.
An influencer is a little fucking girl dancing in front of a thing that I'll never take serious or buy anything from.
Yeah.
We're so tuned into sales these days. Like my freaking 6-year-old can tell if someone's trying to sell something.
Yeah.
Right?
It's crazy, bro.
But people that make impact, like let's say Andy Frisella just walked past us and he's like, hey, go buy this book right now. What do you think we're going to do? I'm going to buy that book.
Yeah.
Right? That's because he created impact and influence, as in followers, as in YouTube shares, as in podcast deals, as in all of that came afterwards.
Yes.
So when you do this show, you're making an impact because what you're looking at is the next episode, right?
Yes.
You're not looking at, if I'm there, I'm going to, if I get all these followers, then other people are going to see how many followers I have. No, what you're going to do is you're going to say, okay, for these 500 people, I'm going to still post for them every day.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make sure that they see everything that I put up, right? You're going to impact their life and they're going to share it with someone else. Now you have true influence because if you tell somebody, if anybody's listening on this, like you say, hey, I need you to go home and go on Amazon, buy one potato, take a picture of it and tag us, right?
Yeah.
There might be someone that actually does that.
Yeah.
But if you had influence without impact, fucking no one would probably do that.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest thing.
Damn, bro. So with everything you've been through, you've been down, you've been up, you've been really up, you know? But if you could go back in time to a young Dusky, what would you tell him?
You're doing it all right. I actually probably wouldn't say shit.
Just shut the fuck up.
No, I probably wouldn't. If I went back in time, I would have just like basked in like that moment.
Taking the moment.
But been like, don't fucking, like I'll be in the crowd and he'd be like,
damn,
doing something. I wouldn't say shit to him.
That'd be so dope, bro.
Other than the 49ers aren't going to make the Super Bowl next year. So just get used to it.
Dusky, it's been an amazing time, bro.
Dude, thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you for working this out. Like I've been a little shit. Making this work and everything, like, dude, I appreciate it.
But dude, I feel like this is gonna be a good episode. A lot of people are gonna fuck with it, and they're gonna learn a lot from it.
Dude, I'm excited.
Yeah, bro. And to you guys, you could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're right here with us right now. Dusky.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Hell yeah. And Dusky, I'm on a mission.
Yeah,
bro. I'm working hard.
Yeah.
Pushing every day.
I see it.
Yes.
You don't have to just tell me. I see it.
Thank you, bro. But I want to get Post Malone on the show.
Okay.
I want to get him, bro.
Okay.
And like we talked about, is the process. I don't care if it's episode 1205.
Okay.
I don't care.
Okay.
I know it's gonna happen.
All right.
And the longer it takes, the better it's gonna be.
I think
I'll let you know so you can pull up too. And
if he shows up, I better be co-hosting. We'll do a Rogue World collab,
dope, bro.
and you can do it in my studio. So he doesn't have to come here. You come into my studio. Well, if Post Malone's coming, I'll get your logo in the neon.
Yeah,
and then mine. I already have a neon, so like we'll put them together.
It'd be like mine X yours. And
We'll just ask all the questions.
Just vibing,
dude. I have a couple of people that have his number.
See, it's
I'm
getting
not
closer.
going to give any guarantees or anything.
We're getting closer.
None of that.
Bro, I had somebody who had a tattoo on their arm. I post. Telling you, bro, manifestation is real,
dude. I'm not saying anything, but like I will for sure when I'm gonna be seeing those individuals this week. I'm gonna drop it. I'm not gonna text them and be like, "Yo, I have a friend" or anything like that. Just because we gotta let it be organic. But when I say, I'm like, "Hey, you know Post Malone, right?" They're like, "Yeah, I have his number and stuff." Be like, "Do you think that he'd want to do
oh my god
a podcast?" Sure. I'm like, he just did Joe Rogan, so he might as well do art.
I'm just saying, man. I'm excited for that. And like I always say, this is my motto. What I live for, guys. Please, for the love of God, stop cheating, man. There's a lot of cheating going on, bro.
Don't cheat.
Stop cheating.
Don't cheat.
Especially in Utah. I don't know what's in the water,
Don't
bro.
cheat on your woman or your man. Don't cheat others.
Please don't. That will hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe in people, man. I really do. I feel like with time, we're headed in the right way.
I agree. I think with strong people, we are.
Yes.
Or there's going to be an EMP and we're all going to have to just...
We're all fucked.
on our own or something like that.
Fuck. Well, on that note, thank you guys for tuning in.
Peace out.
Love you guys. Have a beautiful day. Go to sleep early. And yeah, peace out.
See ya.
See ya. Yeah, that shit was dope, bro. Real shit.
Dude, I
Thank you,
appreciate
bro.
That was awesome.